Oh, that was so sweet. He's being snuggly until, of course, right when I picked up the camera. Sundays are his days for cuddles. Are you showing him your iPad? He likes watching it. I don't know why, but I feel like I look so much more pregnant when I'm sitting right here on the floor like this. I'm 18 weeks now. Oh my gosh, I'm like halfway through. Okay, so I was going through all of the comments on yesterday's video about looking at houses and all of that. And I kind of want to do a sit down video for you guys, for me as well, to kind of like talk about our options and all of that. First off, I want to thank you guys because you guys have made me reevaluate a couple of my decisions, which honestly, I've been going back and forth in my head a lot for the last couple of months because I love this house so incredibly much. The only reason that this house for us isn't going to work the way it is right now is because we need at least one, if not two more bedrooms. And when I say need, it's not about like we won't be able to stay here. It's more like in terms of long term, that is what we would need. Mostly because I really would love Emma to share a bedroom with the new baby when she gets older. But that first initial year would be really hard. We typically move our kids to their own bedroom when they're 5 months old. That's what we did with Emma and the boys. With the boys, moving them into the room to share is easy because they're at the same developmental stage. They nap at the same time, all of that. So that was really easy for them. But with this new baby, Emma's gonna be 4 years older. So they're gonna be at completely different, separate developmental stages. Temporarily, that won't be an issue. Like, temporarily. Long term, it's gonna be hard because babies nap sometimes that first year between 2 to 3 times, 4 times a day, right? Or one really long nap, like the boys take a 2.5 hour nap in their bedroom in the middle of the day. I don't want Emma to not have access to her personal bedroom, her personal space during the day because it's being used by her little sister. Oh my gosh, that's the first time I've said that. That's so sweet. I just want her to be able to have her own space until they're at the age where either one is not napping or two, we have another space for her to kind of go to have her own private, like, quiet downtime if she needs it. And this house doesn't really provide that for us. So the initial reason we talked about moving was just because adding on is not as easy as it may appear. We have tons of HOA rules in our neighborhood. We also have tons of like delays right now in the city going on because of COVID. A lot of contractors aren't taking up work. There's just a lot of delays and it's taking a lot longer for people to build onto their houses. For example, we have friends in our neighborhood who've been working on trying to build onto their house for 2 years. The circumstances may be a little bit different, but a lot of that has to do with just delays and all of that kind of stuff. And it's made it sound not appealing at all to go through that process. However, when going through the comments yesterday and after looking at a couple houses, because we've looked at maybe 2 or 3 houses now, I've come to realize how much I truly do love our home, and not just for like the surface level stuff, but there's things that if we were to give up our home and decide to sell it, we wouldn't be able to get back. California is incredibly expensive. We bought at a pretty good time where the prices were not skyrocket high. So the property that we own, we are very lucky to own because now it's selling for a whole lot more. The good thing about having the property is there is room to expand like we have to figure out with the HOA and all of that. But there is room to do that here. If we move, we wouldn't be able to do that, which is why we were looking to buy a bigger like square footage home. With 3 kids, this house works perfectly well. We don't need more space. But however, living here, there have been things that we've noticed that would be a much better fit for our family while we have 4 young kids. We have a hard time with noise control in our house. So if Justin and I want to have friends over, like last night Justin had a Catan game night with a couple of our friends, we have to be kind of quiet because the kids' bedrooms are like right here down this hallway and our main living room is less than like 10 feet away from their bedroom doors. That just becomes a problem because we feel like we have to be quiet all the time. Our kids have sound machines and all that kind of stuff, but friends can be loud, or if we want to have like, I don't know, just that's been an issue for us for sure. So we were considering moving to a 2-story for that reason, to just kind of better separate that. So right now we're kind of in the place where we're stuck between do we move or do we expand? A lot of people are wondering why we don't like convert the playroom into a bedroom or the dining room. Those are all things that like I'm not willing to give up. I don't want to give up our communal playroom. The kids use it every single day and they love it. It's also where we have people over, we host a lot. We don't have to have Emma's bedroom in a public space. At least I wouldn't want that if I was like in her shoes. I would like to have my own personal personal, private space. I don't have to worry about people kind of invading that. And then 2, the dining room, we eat family dinners. We eat breakfast at our dining room table every morning, and we have family dinners almost every single night. So again, it's not something I would really want to give up. So that's why initially we were looking at moving, but as we thought more about it and we've looked into it, we really just want to make sure if we decide to move that the door on expanding and making the house we love fit the needs that we have has been completely, like, we've looked at every angle of it before we decide to do that, so that down the road 5-10 years we're not regretting giving up this house. Justin and I made a decision. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have the like a contractor essentially come out one more time, look at what we want done, hopefully be able to give us just some estimates as far as timeline, like how long is this estimated to take. We can deal with space issues and like bedroom issues temporarily, like that's not a problem. It's more like we're thinking long term, right? So how long is it going to take? How much is it going to cost? Is it going to end up saving us money to stay here and expanding? Or would it be smarter to move? And then can they do what we want to do? Because what we essentially want to do if we choose to expand is to go out through that dining room like garage door, cut off one of the garage doors. We have a 3-car garage. We're going to turn it into a 2-car garage, make that a laundry / mud pet room, add 2 bedrooms and a bathroom down the hall. That's what we would essentially want. So knowing if we can do that is really important to us. And then again, if it's going to be okay with the city and with the HOA, we have to know if like all of those expansion things are within our limits as homeowners, if we're able to do them. We talked today and I was like, I just want to make sure before we decide like we're for sure moving or we're going to sell or whatever it may be, I want to make sure that the options for making the home we love fit our needs as we grow into like our family, because we're done after this baby. Like I know that like people are always love to joke around like you never know, and I get that, but we're not going to be trying to have any more kids after this baby. Like our family will feel very complete at 4 kids. So that's the perfect time to kind of consider like what you want long term. So we are considering all of our options right now. The more that I think about it, the more I want to stay here, because again, I love this house. I love having the property. I love our neighborhood. I love our neighbors. I love so much about this house. And every house that I have looked at, whether it be in person or online, like on Zillow, I compare. And I know you can improve homes, etc., but I just want to make sure we've explored all of the options to make sure that this house can't fit our needs before we move. I will say that ultimately, if we can expand, we get the approvals, we're able to do it financially, it's a better decision than moving. I think we'll be much happier here because we could be able to add a laundry room, which is something I really want, having multiple children now. A laundry room is very important to me. What?
What is?
A little bar?
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Also, we would love to have like a mudroom area in that laundry room where we could store pet stuff, just have extra storage because we have a lot of things. And then having like a kid's bathroom is really important to us now that we have kids, because currently our guests and our kids share one bathroom. It's not the ideal situation because kids leave their stuff all over the place, or toothpaste on the counter or whatever. And as they get older, I think that they'll kind of want their own bathroom, kind of private. We're hoping for like a double vanity where the kids, like there's enough space for everybody, maybe a bigger bathtub, just stuff like that. So stuff like that is kind of important to us long term. I'm thinking maybe like a Jack and Jill type situation would be really cool if we add on, like where the bathroom is between 2 bedrooms. I also love the size of the bedrooms in this house. That's one other thing we really love. The bedrooms are a really great size, and a lot of the bedrooms we've looked at in person are not that great, or if it is a double story, a 2-story. Sometimes there's like a bedroom downstairs and then the rest of the bedrooms upstairs, which for me, that's not ideal because I don't want one of my kids downstairs by themselves. I love having a 1-story, honestly. Anyways, that is kind of where we're at. So I kind of want to do a video explaining like the options. Of course, there's going to be great homes available out there eventually. Right now, where it's just like not a great time to buy. The market is insane. There's also like very low inventory. We're having a hard time. So I think that this is going to be a really good choice for Justin and I, just have somebody come out again and like finalize like how much is it going to cost. Is it doable? How long is it going to take? And then if those things, like if they're like, it's gonna take 3 or 4 years for us to be able to add on, then obviously that's not gonna work for us. And that'll just feel like a final chapter closing and being like, okay, we explored every option. I hope that makes sense. I was reading through the comments on the video yesterday, and a lot of you guys kind of like mirrored or echoed what I was thinking, or was like, it was in the back of my mind, but maybe I wasn't saying it. Because moving, I don't like moving, especially with kids. Maybe it's exciting to like get a new house at first, but I think I would really ultimately miss this house a lot. It's kind of where we're at with it all. I just wanted to kind of clarify that. It also helps me to process this out loud and talk to you guys on the camera, because it's easier for me to think things through. Like I would be doing this, I literally just did this to Justin 10 minutes ago, but I'm doing it again by myself. I'm thinking all of this through. Of course, the comment section is open down below for your thoughts as well. I welcome them because it helps me kind of process the information, think about it, all that. Also, I'm like 18 weeks, it's either today or tomorrow. I forget if it's on Mondays. I think it's on Monday, so tomorrow. And look at my 18-week belly, oh my gosh. That's crazy. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm exhausted, we just got home from church and all of that, so I'm gonna rest. That's why I'm doing some other types of videos for you guys. Thank you guys for all your suggestions. I thought this was a good place to start. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye.